What's up guys, Jerome here from the Bonsai Supply, and today we're going to talk about slip potting. Slip potting is a great technique because you can actually use it to repot your trees at any time of the year safely. Some of the scenarios why you would want to use slip potting is if your pot breaks, there's a lot of wind, your tree gets knocked off the table and you have to emergency repot. Or your tree is root bound and your tree is suffering with the health. That's when you would want to use the slip potting technique. Alright, so slip potting is literally what it sounds like. You're slipping the tree from one pot into another pot. Now the most important is that you don't disturb the root system. So don't rake any roots. You just take it out of this pot and then you want to slide it into a pot that's just bigger than the previous one. Now let me set up the pot and I'm going to show you exactly how I go about doing that. Alright, so of this new pot here, I have a big drainage hole at the bottom, which I want to cover with some mesh so that the soil doesn't fall out. So I'm going to take a little piece of wire, bend it in half, like this, and then I'm just going to slide it through the screen like that, all the way through, and then pull it out on the other side, and then just bend the wire flush down onto the pot. And so now this wire is not moving. The screen is not moving, so that the soil stays now inside of the pot. Now the next step is to take a slightly larger wire, bend it in half, and now this time this wire goes through from the outside. So we want to make sure that each end of the wire goes through each one of the holes. We push it all the way through, and then we make it flush against the bottom of the pot, like this. Alright, so I do get asked a lot if it is really important to set up your pot this properly, and I do think it is, because you do want to make sure that your soil stays inside of the pot, doesn't fall out the bottom and create air pockets, which then will create root rot. You also want to make sure that you tie down your tree so that your tree is secure inside the pot, doesn't move, and can develop a very healthy and strong root system. Alright, so the first step is to cut the wire from the bottom that's holding the current tree in place. And I'm bringing a little tub just to keep the mess all in one place. So you want to make sure that you cut the wire from the bottom, like this. And then what you want to make sure is also that you cut the wire from the top. So this wire here is still keeping the tree in place. As you can see down here, I cut one section off. Okay, the other section off as well. Alright, so next I'm going to take a chopstick and just loosen the soil up a little bit around the perimeter. Alright, so now what I can do is push this chopstick into the soil and then push the tree out as such. And as you can see, the root system is still intact. I didn't disturb it too much. And now I can go ahead and repot it in. Alright, so now that I've removed the tree from the old pot safely, I'm going to go ahead and pot it into this new, beautiful, red, shiny pot that my wife picked out for me for holiday, of course, because Christmas is just around the corner. So I'm going to go ahead and use some fresh, good bonsai soil. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill the pot about 3/4 the way. Fresh soil. There we go. And I'm going to take the tree and just gently push it down into the new pot. And I'm going to take these tie down wires and put the wires over the root ball and just tie the tree down into the pot so it doesn't move. So I'm going to hold it in place with one hand, pull up on the tie down wires, and just, here we are, just tie it down, remove some of the excess wire. And now as you can see, this tree is now securely potted into a larger size pot. And this is the basics of slip potting. And you can apply this to any tree or any species. And you can do this any time of the year. And I'm just going to go ahead and use some more soil and just fill in the pot. And really make sure that there's no air pockets in here. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead here with a chopstick and just work out the air pockets. I want to make sure that the soil is really compact and firm inside of the pot. And as you can see, it is super easy. And now if anybody talks to you about slip potting, you know exactly what to do and you can do this safely. So you want to make sure that you slip pot it into a slightly larger pot. And really important again is that you do not disturb the root system. So now after I pot it, I'm going to go water it and move it, put it right back out into full sun, and the tree will continue to grow happy. Alright, so I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you have any other questions regarding slip potting or anything else, please drop a comment below. Make sure that you guys subscribe to our awesome YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.